fact, if I could, I don't know if you'll be able to get the audio, but there's a lot of cheering and hooting by the people where I'm standing. But I'd like to stay with the visuals of the seaplane, because any minute now we can get the Prime Minister coming out of the seaplane, going on the boat and walking in this entire corridor that you can see here. But if I could just give you a sense of where I am standing, is there is hundreds and hundreds of locals standing here, all of them hooting, all of them cheering and waiting for the Prime Minister to come out of the seaplane. All of them are actually handed with a lot of binoculars. All of them have come and trying to look at the Prime Minister, trying to just get a glimpse of the Prime Minister and to see him walking in this corridor, because that's going to be the highlight of this event for them over here. All of them also talking about the seaplane and saying that this is for the first time that we're seeing that a plane is actually on the water and it's going to be flying, and all of these statements really coming from the locals of Mehsana district who have gathered here. But as far as we can tell you, Sakal, that as you also asked me, this Congress narrative of the tweet that you have just told me about is not something that the people are really responding to. They don't really care for this narrative, this negative narrative, in fact, of saying that the Prime Minister only cares for his personal comfort, because as far as the Gujarati people go, as far as the Gujarat model goes, it's a very flimsy narrative that the Congress is trying to float. But of course, last few hours of campaigning, Sakal, it's only going to get more aggressive from here. It's only going to get more aggressive for next couple of hours, because the last few hours of campaigning, both the BJP and the Congress trying to win the last points for this entire campaign as it culminates today evening, because day after tomorrow is when the 14th of December is when the Gujarat will go into second phase of polling, and 18th of December is when we will actually be able to tell you for real exactly what the political parties, what points the political parties have been able to gain in this entire campaign, because this entire campaign has also gone from one point to another, from development to meetings in Pakistan, meetings with officials of Pakistan. It has gone to several issues, Sakal. It's important to understand, because it has not just been one point direction of this entire narrative of this campaign, because both the parties trying to score points when it comes to forming this entire narrative. The Congress had been saying that we will be able to get more traction by their campaignings, because Rahul Gandhi, remember, had started making rounds to Gujarat long before the Prime Minister had come down, and he had said that he has gotten a head start. The Congress has gotten a head start. But of course, look at the way the entire campaign has really panned out now. We have gone from Rahul Gandhi making rounds in Gujarat to the temple politics that the BJP has really raised. Then Rahul Gandhi actually coming out and the officials of the Congress actually coming out and saying that he's not just a Hindu, he's a Janeudhari Hindu. And then we have Yogi Adityanath saying that Congress is also dividing the Hindus amongst themselves, that nobody really cares about bifurcations between the Hindu religion. But now, of course, that's okay. A lot of people around me actually hooting, cheering, singing in Gujarati, in fact, waiting for the Prime Minister. And there you have him, another car actually coming out. Not sure whether this is just a security convoy. In fact, one of the vehicles of the convoy of the Prime Minister that is coming out here. Now you can see the live visuals on this bridge, in fact, that is leading from the place where the Prime Minister had landed. And there you have it, Sakal, live visuals. First on Republic TV, you have the Prime Minister coming out in his car on this corridor, from where he has landed in the seaplane to Dharoi Dam. And there you have him in the car. We're just going to get you a few more visuals. There you have him waving at the crowd, and the crowd really actually going really berserk, Sakal, all of them waving back at the Prime Minister, trying to just catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister, trying to get a selfie with him in the background, trying to take his picture as well. And we're going to try to move from here, Sakal. A lot of people here just trying to move to a little slower place. We're getting the Prime Minister's live visuals, Sakal.